everybody, what's going on? And today we are going to go ahead and play Go Cuckoo from Haba Games. And yeah, it's a little filler, fun, dexterity game that is it's goofy. And look at these sticks. Look at them sticks. So how do you play, Sarah?
So it's pretty simple. On your turn, you are going to select any stick that you want to that's sticking straight up, and you're going to just pull it out. At the bottom, there's another color, and if it is not the same color as if they're not both the same color, then you're going to draw another stick of this new color. If they're both the same color, at any point you stop. So I pulled out this red stick. It has a blue tip. I'm going to pull out a blue stick as well. Pull out this one. It has a yellow tip. And so I'll pull out a yellow. Now, like I said, at any time, if both ends of your stick are the same color, you stop. If you get to 3 sticks before that happens, you stop. So once you've got 3 sticks, or you've got one that has the same color on both ends, you're going to take these and place them horizontally in the nest. So I might do something like this. And what you're doing here is you're trying to build a bird's nest, because each player has these bird eggs that they start with, and it's your goal to get rid of all the bird eggs. So on your turn, after you've pulled out 3 sticks and built them into the nest, you get to take one of your eggs and try to place it in the nest in such a way that it stays in that spot at least until the opponent's turn. So I'll take this and I will try to kind of nest it right there, and that's it. That's my turn. The first player to get rid of all of their eggs also has to place the cuckoo bird in the nest as well. And if the cuckoo bird stays and no eggs fall, then that player wins the game. So I have drawn my sticks. I've placed my egg. Now it's Nick's turn. He'll do the same thing. He'll draw sticks until he either has 3 or 1 with the same color on both ends. Then he'll put them horizontally in the nest, and he'll place an egg as well. If at any point in the game a stick falls out of the nest, then you have to rebuild the nest, but then your turn's immediately over and you don't get to try to put one of your eggs in. If an egg falls deeper into the nest so that it's below the rim of the can here, or if it falls out of the nest, then your turn is over, and you have to take the egg that fell, if it fell out of the can, or an opponent gets to give you one of their eggs if it fell deeper into the can. And that's pretty much the whole thing.
All right. Well, we'll come back at the end of the game because this is a pretty quick game that you can play. There's no really it's pretty quick, so there's not really a mid game. But yeah, so we'll get back to you guys in a little bit and talk to you of how we feel and how it went and who was the winner and loser. All right. Toodles. All right, so all I need to do to win Go Cuckoo is put this sucker on there without anything falling. And then what? Do I automatically lose?
No, if anything falls, you just have to try to place the cuckoo again on your next turn.
I have to take eggs though, right?
No.
Pressure. I did it!
All right.
I've gone cuckoo! So this is Go Cuckoo from Haba Games. It's a really tame, it has a tame appearance at first, and then you get to the end and you're like, what? It's like another form of Jenga, and Jenga and pickup sticks just mashed together, and this is what you get. You get Go Cuckoo. And it's a fun game. It's this actually really isn't for kids.
Well, I think that there's a lot of things that you can do if you play this game with children. For example, you can do, color identification. Yeah. You can do a little bit of, hand-eye coordination and dexterity kind of stuff.
But I mean,
as an adult, I feel incredibly frustrated when I can't do this game as well as I would like, though. So I don't know how a child would handle that situation.
I think we've heard it from other people, other reviewers that are they said they actually tried to give it with kids, and kids actually got frustrated. And the sticks aren't really that strong. So if a kid was like playing with them, actually he can snap one pretty easily. It actually takes some eye-hand coordination, and also you're trying to place things here and there. So this is kind of like, a little intense game. Now, I thought it'd be funny if it was a drinking game. I mean, I think it'd get really crazy and probably no one would win. Or there'd be like some kind of last standing rules. But it's a fun game. It's a filler. It's a nice little filler, and I think you mentioned earlier, Sarah, a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
So I mean,
we just played like a big, not heavy, but just a big,
like, kind of
worker placement sort of game.
Yeah, and you have to pay attention to a lot of details.
So this was like nice to just kind of be like, this is pretty chill, pretty easy.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long.
Yeah, and set up and tear down isn't really that concerning. But yeah, so I mean, it comes in this little metal container, which at first I thought metal containers, oh, that's awesome. But then if someone brought up a point that if it ever gets dented,
that's an issue with metal containers no matter what.
Yeah.
And I wish publishers would stop making games in metal containers. However,
for this
particular one, you actually use the base of the container to play with. So it's actually a useful concept in this one, and I'm pleased with the tin in this one. Normally I hate metal containers.
Because if they ever get a bent around the lip, and then you can't close it right anymore.
Well, plus they don't fit on the shelf with all the other games. They're hard to transport.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues. And I think a lot of times publishers fall into the trap of like, well, it looks cool to have like the metal tin, but they're just.
But when it gets in the hands of the people, we're like, that was a nice thought. Maybe not great execution on this one, but I mean, for this game, it works.
Yeah, and it's useful in this game.
It's useful, and also you want the metal tin to also protect these, because like I said, they're very finicky and they're very flimsy. So you don't want to crack them, break them. I mean, I don't know how you get these replaced.
Actually, they're just pickup sticks.
Yeah.
So I would probably just try to find like either a copy of pickup sticks at the thrift store. Or you might even be able to use a barbecue skewer and just paint the ends the necessary colors.
Yeah.
But
still, I mean,
maybe if you were playing with a child, you would encounter a need for replacement.
Yeah.
But
with adults, it's not really that much. There's no really need to. No one's. I've played with a bunch of people, and no one's accidentally snapped one in half. They are flimsy, so if like someone gets like a little like wavy with theirs, and you don't hold on to them too long either. You take them and you place them. You take 3, place it, unless you get colors on the same color on both ends, and then you can go ahead and stop and place your egg. But I mean, other than that, this is a fun little game. Like you said, it's a little palate cleanser. I enjoy it. Sarah enjoys it, and it's just goofy. You get once you play from like this big epic game, and then you're just like, go cuckoo, just having fun. I love the games where it's like the games that you play just to have fun. Like there's not. I mean, I like competitiveness, but in something like this, like I don't care if I win or lose. I think it's kind of funny when I'm trying so serious, thinking so hard to like stick make it right so I can put my egg on there without falling, and then 3 eggs just go flying everywhere, and you're like, no, my babies, and then everyone's just laughing at the table, and it's just one of those games you can have a good time with. But yeah, toodles.